Hey guy, oh, kind of ugly with all the chairs, Good enough. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Did not notice this fucking pipe in the background, not mine, I swear. You know, just have my lunch here, a glass of water. Kidding a lot. Let's just get into it because I know this video might be a bit long. I wanted to do a assumptions about me video. I know that trend is very late, whatever. I tried to do one like 6 months ago, maybe. I don't know, I forget, but a while ago, and I did the whole, you know, story, tell me your assumptions about me, and I filmed it, and it was just like lackluster, boring. I just had no energy in the video. Not feeling overly sensitive, so your harsh judgments won't hurt me as much as they normally would. Hopefully this lighting is okay. I'm not wearing my contacts, so I can't really see how clear or good the lighting is, but it seems fine. My videos never have great lighting anyways, so you guys weren't expecting anything. I have not gone through these. They're just on my story, whatever. I have not gone through them yet. I'm gonna start at the bottom and kind of do rapid fire. I'm not gonna spend too long on each question, and I'm gonna try to be really, really honest. And I like these, you know, we get to know each other a little more, and it's interesting to hear what you guys think of me and things I can clear up or say, yeah, you're right, blah, blah. Let's get into it. Very first one, you were popular at school. False, very false. I actually got bullied a little bit, like excluded and shit talked, and people didn't like me, and I don't know, maybe that was a me problem, I don't know, but yeah, no, I just wasn't treated that well in school. I think it's because I had my toe dipped into a bunch of friendships because I went to so many schools that I never just had my people, and I can come across as a very like outgoing, bubbly, maybe overwhelming person, and that could be maybe annoying to some people, but I feel like as I've grown older, people have, maybe I've calmed down a bit, and people have also like appreciated that side of me more because I'm like decently genuine. I don't know, I found my people now, but I was not popular in high school. No. You go wild partying with only one tequila shot. No, I can hold my alcohol a bit. Definitely don't have a high tolerance, but it takes more than one tequila shot, and I hate tequila, I like vodka. You aren't religious or spiritual. Not religious at all. I think that is a very outdated thing because it's done so much harm rather than good. So it's very, I know it's a very sensitive topic. You do you, as long as you're not hurting anyone. And I just don't like when people make excuses for stuff. Like the number one thing for me is, that I hear is like veganism. It's like, cause God told me I can eat meat. I'm like, ugh. My friend Maddie, Orlando, she goes, you miss getting drunk at Casimoto, 100% with you, bitch. I miss my friends so much. You are the most caring friend to your friends. I am very caring to my friends. I don't know if I'm the most because I have a really good group of friends. I think we're all pretty caring towards each other. You think you will marry Ben? I think so for sure because I didn't know it was possible to, of course, love someone so much, but also be in such a healthy relationship. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like we're so perfect together. Of course we fight and stuff and we have our shit, but we have a really healthy relationship, and we're like, we treat each other really well, and we're really kind to each other. This one girl, she seems really sweet, but just, okay, listen to the first one she sent in, because you can see on Instagram, like, who sends what. You are the prettiest, most selfless, loving person, which is so sweet. And then her next one, you smoke and drink every day. A compliment to like, you're a degenerate. I 150% do not drink every day. I would be so much more depressed than I already am if I drank every day. You've been vegan your whole life. I've been vegetarian since I was 7, and I've been vegan for 5 years. I feel like you're the kind of person that likes nature and likes outdoors. Nature calms you. Yes, 150%. I like the city once in a while, but I don't like downtown. Nature makes me happy, calms my anxiety. You've learned to stop caring what people think, question mark. I'm getting there. I'm a lot better now. Like I've gotten to the point where like I want to post what I want to post on social media. If people want to take it the wrong way or have shit to say about it, that's totally fine. The more people love you, the more people there's going to be that don't like you. So I can't please anyone, so I may as well just do what makes me happy. It sounds so cliche, but it's so true. You worry a lot about what you look like when you're having sex. No. You get lash lifts, in brackets. How else do you get your lashes to look like that? I actually haven't even curled them today. They're almost ridiculous long, like to a point where it's actually just ridiculous. They touch my eyebrow, they curl over. It's I've always had naturally really long lashes, and I started using a lash serum as well that has helped a lot. It's called Babe Lash. I have a discount code below if you want to use it. That you're a kind and loving individual that truly cares about the people around her. Yes, I consider myself like a good-hearted person. We can all have moments where we're mean. I think specifically towards people that I love. Like I can be mean towards Ben sometimes, or my sister, and I can have like my moments. I wouldn't say I'm like mean to strangers or anything, but I think we all can be mean sometimes. We all like regret shit, but I try to be kind. Yeah. You're sucking in when taking photos. I'm definitely not pushing out, but I try to post a lot of like YouTube videos and photos and stuff showing that like your body can look different. Like sometimes I have a food baby and I talk about it a lot. Like I don't always feel confident. When I'm on my period, I gain like 5 pounds. I definitely try to look good in Instagram photos. I mean, not many people, like that's pretty normal, but I'm definitely not like not breathing. If anything, I try to flex because I prefer looking strong. That you're super confident all the time. Not at all. You can ask my friends or my boyfriend. I'm literally like half the time, they always say I'm either like I'm so hot or I am so ugly. There's no in between. Like I actually think sometimes I'm the ugliest person in the world. I'm working on it. I'm trying to be more like positive and happy and kinder to myself, but I'm 150% not confident all the time. No way. You've never had a real job. That's a huge misconception about me. Number one, that I'm not self-sufficient, and number two, that I have never had a real job or I don't work. Number one, I started an entire company by myself. I run it by myself, well, with like one other partner, but that's a real job, being an entrepreneur. I have worked in 2 or 3 clothing stores. I've worked at 2 restaurants. I have had a corporate job at my dad's old company. I have like done babysitting, dog walking. I have had the most like normal jobs ever, and I get them all on my own. To this day, my parents don't give me any money, so when I talk about like being poor on here and some people get upset, which I totally understand, it's because I don't use my parents' money for shit. I'm trying to like save up so I can like move out with Ben, and yeah, I buy all my shit on my own with the money that I make. So big misconception for sure. Really superficial when you're not at all. I assume this person means like you seem superficial but you're not superficial, and I would say that's right. I definitely have like my things that I've in life that I like that are like nice. Like I want a nice car because I've always been into cars. Like they're like an art form to me. I want like a nice house when I grow up, and I care about what I look like to an extent. So I guess we're all superficial a little bit, but I definitely don't put that as like one of my main values. You hate chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake. Vegan, obviously. You're too hard on yourself. 100%. I'm really mean to myself. Especially when it comes to like hate and stuff. Like I take what people say very seriously and personally, when I just need to like learn to not do that, which I'm getting so much better at. You are such a cool person to be friends with. You can ask my friends that because I can't answer that, and they would probably tell you that I'm nuts. I'm very like hyper and fun, and I'm also very like needy. Like I need my friends to give me a lot of love because I give them a lot of love, and they're like obviously my best friends are happy with that, but yeah, no, I'm very like needy with my friends. You eat super healthy most of the time. 100% not true. I would say 50-50. I'm not a healthy vegan at all. People think that I eat so healthy, and I eat bread for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Not that that's bad for you at all, but I just like, I need to get better at balancing like my fruit and vegetable intake. Like holy shit. You prefer wine to hard alcohol? Yes, I love red wine. Your family is rich, so you don't need to worry about money. My dad grew up dirt poor in Nova Scotia. His dad like ran a general store. My dad paid for his own schooling, everything, and he's a lawyer now, so he's very self-made, which I think made him extremely modest and humble. Like the way we live, he's always taught Abby and I, you know, to be self-sufficient. I don't get money from them.
So my mom is also really hardworking and has always worked her whole like life, especially as a mother and stuff. She's an environmentalist. I'm just talking more about my dad because my dad really started like from the bottom, but yeah, both my parents are super humble. I just kind of got on a tangent and forgot to say that, but my mom is a boss ass bitch too.
I don't know how much money they have. That's something, they're open with me about money, but like I don't know how much money they have in the bank. And Ben always tells me too, the coolest thing in the world is people who have money and don't show it. So that's something I really learned from my parents, and Ben as well. He's the exact same way. So yeah, I don't need to worry about money. You're absolutely right. I am so fortunate when it comes to that, but my parents keep me very aware.
By the way, there's literally nothing wrong with like wanting to spend your money in different ways. Like each to their own. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm just saying, for me personally, like my family values. They don't really show off their money. And because that's their value, I don't feel comfortable showing off their money because at the end of the day, it's not mine, if that makes sense. I hope that like clears things up. I'm not shaming anyone who would like buy nice things. Like everyone do your own thing. And I sure as hell will buy myself nice things when I work hard and make that money. So yeah.
You have struggled with some sort of eating disorder? No, but I did have disordered eating when I was modeling, but it was very circumstantial rather than mental health, if that makes sense. It was not like a deep-rooted problem. It was grown adults telling me to not eat. So yeah, I didn't eat throughout that time. Like I was very malnourished, literally. And now I'm thankful that I went through that because now I know how much fucking better it is to be strong. You have regrets about not completing university? Absolutely not. I think it'd be such a waste of time. So many people in my life are like, they got degrees and then now they're not even using it and going to college and stuff. So I'm in school, I'm going to college, I'm still learning, and I keep myself really busy. So not at all. I would have not done anything with my media degree. The only thing that's hard about not completing school is the judgment you get from other people, specifically like my friends' parents, because I grew up in a very like well-educated neighborhood. So like people are always like, oh, like where are you going to school? And I'm like, oh, like I dropped out of Western. They're like, where are you gonna go now? I'm like,
nowhere, fucker. I'm not going to school. Back off.
You like to have a small but close friend group? Yes, I have a really big problem with like being friends with too many people, and like I have my best friends, but then like random people ask you to hang out and you're like overwhelmed, and that stresses me out. So yeah, recently I'm very close friends, especially because I find it hard to like trust people sometimes in friendships. I've gotten screwed over in so many friendships that it's just best to have your childhood friends, keep them close, or new friends in your life that are really like important and you trust them. Just staying around genuine people is so important. You would rather stay home and eat than go out? If you mean go out for food, I'd rather go out for food. I hate cooking. But if you mean stay home and just eat food rather than going partying, you're probably right. Except for right now in quarantine, I'm like, I want to go fucking rage. Like, take me to a rave. I hate raves, but I'll go. You were crazy in high school but have become more chill. I think I was definitely just more emotionally unstable. Like I just had so many mental health issues in high school, and it made me just like such a sad person. It was hard to maintain good relationships. So yeah, I would say I'm a lot more mature than I was in high school, and I've definitely like, I'm still loud and crazy, but maybe I've like reined it in a little more. You are a badass but super caring and sweet. Love you. That's really nice. I love you too. That's maybe a good way of putting it. Like, I definitely have the angel devil thing. Like I can be very like upfront and like outspoken, and people think, wow, this girl doesn't give a fuck, but I truly am a very sensitive, well-aware person. So yeah, I definitely have those like two sides to me. Very sarcastic. Yep, get it from my dad. You care a lot about maintaining your mental health. Absolutely. Sometimes you let it slip, like during quarantine. Sometimes you find yourself like sleeping in too late, etc., drinking too much, whatever. But yeah, I really try to focus on keeping my mental health strong. When I don't feel well, I go back to my therapist immediately, etc. I think that's really important. You're a good singer. I'm actually not bad. People make fun of me all the time because they're like, I feel like you're horrible. I grew up playing piano and guitar and singing and writing songs. Maybe one day you can hear it if you guys are nice. You're a very jealous person. No. Okay, yes, when it comes to like my boyfriend, like Ben, like I'm very like protective, but he's so good about it that like I don't really have to be. I think I used to be more jealous as a kid, but honestly, the more confident I get over the years, the less you really care about being jealous. And if I ever catch myself being jealous of someone, I think I'm like, oh, you're insecure today. That's a you issue, not a them issue. Figure your shit out, Annika, you know? Like, and then days where I'm really confident, I'm not jealous of other people. And I pride myself in trying to really like be happy for people around me rather than wishing I was them. Because I have my own things in life, you know? Everyone has their own shit. You're not a virgin, LOL. You're really confident in knowing who you are and what your goals are. Sometimes I have like an identity crisis and I'm like, oh my God, am I too mean? Am I too nice? Am I too loud? I second guess myself a lot, but I've realized that you don't need to have an identity. You kind of just have to live and be a good person, and that's enough. You're allowed to have different sides of you. You don't have to create a label for yourself. And when it comes to goals, I could be better at that. I'm not very good at planning. I'm very a spontaneous person. I spend a lot of the money I make on like dinners, or I'll buy my boyfriend stuff, or I'll buy my friend stuff, or I'll buy skincare. Like I need to get better at like kind of planning my goals out. So I don't know, that one's kind of iffy. You hold a lot of grudges when you don't mean to. Absolutely not. I am the most forgiving person to a fault. Like, I forgive people for shit when I shouldn't, but it's a good thing because I get over things pretty quickly. Like, when people hurt me, of course it's really hard, but I don't I don't really hold grudges. Obviously there's like a couple, but I just think holding grudges is like unhealthy. Just like move on. Everyone's evolving, everyone's changing. Ben writes in, you seem like you love your boyfriend a lot. Are you happy? I do love you more than anything, and I'm very happy. Your skin is perfect. It is absolutely fucking not. I have so many people ask for my skincare routine, and it's because like on camera sometimes, like I get it, like freckles cover up. Like, it makes it look like I don't have skin issues when I totally do. I have so much texture. I have hormonal acne. I'm figuring it all out as I speak. I always hint in videos that like I'm figuring it out. My skin is so much better than it used to be, but like lately I've struggled with like clogged pores on my forehead, which I never used to get. So like my skin fucking hates me. And my parents, like, and this is not me being dramatic and like getting one pimple and being like I have horrible skin. Like, it's a baseball bat to my confidence, and it's probably my biggest insecurity. So when people say that, it means so much to me, but I don't believe it because I just know it's not true. Just know that the influencers you follow, like me, we don't have perfect anything, and sometimes the things you love about them most is their biggest insecurity. So just keep that in mind, because if you get a pimple one day and you're like, oh, like Annika would never get a pimple. Oh my god, I probably have 4 more than you. Just, yeah. You have a fast metabolism. Yes, and I think that's important for people to realize, because I get so many questions. There's so much of fitness that people don't understand is genetics. And can you change your body, improve your body, sculpt your body on 150%? Everyone can get their dream body, but your dream body is not, or like your ideal body is not gonna look like mine. It's not gonna look like anyone else's. Because everyone is different. I naturally have small bones. My dad is 6'6" and like skinny. My mom is 5'11", skinny. My sister is 5'11", skinny. I'm 5'9", skinny. It's just genetics. And of course I can gain weight. It just takes like longer for me than other people. And then of course building muscle, that can also take longer for me than other people. So everyone is different. So I think it's really important for fitness influencers to be really honest about their natural bodies. Do not beat yourself up over why don't I have skinny arms like Annika. If you don't naturally have skinny arms, that's okay. Like, that's total, like, everyone's different, you know what I mean? And the grass is always greener on the other side. You are rich. I assume this means like personally rich. No, I'm really #1 bad with money, and I know it's because I always say like I don't buy myself fancy things. I buy like a lot of skincare and food. That's the #1 thing, and sometimes clothes, bathing suits. Oh my god! And I love buying shit for Ben. Like, it's my favorite thing ever. I always go full out on his birthday and Christmas and stuff like that, and our anniversary. I am not great with money, and also people don't realize that you think that YouTubers are so rich. Unless you have like 2 million followers, it's hard to make money on social media. Like, okay, I'll get a decent brand deal and then I don't get one for 2 months. So I don't have like a steady income. Also, my company, I usually reinvest every single dollar I make into Landia, so I'm not personally getting that money. I make enough money to support myself, but I'm by no means drowning in money. You are very in tune with your emotions and are empathetic towards others. Yes, sometimes of course I have moments where I'm very like in emotion mind and I'm panicking. I'm not in tune with my emotions, but overall I consider myself a self-aware person, and yeah, I'm very sensitive towards others' emotions. You don't like dessert. That's almost true. I prefer salty foods to sweet foods 150%. I would always go for like chips and fries before I'd go for like chocolate and candy, but I do love donuts and muffins. You have long legs. Yes. You're a very sentimental person that cares a lot about the people that she loves. Thank you, guys. These are so nice. Like, I don't deserve this, but I am sentimental for sure. I'm very like cheesy and romantic, and I love like when Ben sends me love letters and stuff like that. I could obviously always be a better friend and family member, etc., but I guess I'm skipping repeat questions. You have loads of friends. Yes, but when it comes to best friends, I try to keep that small. You'll do anything for the attention of others. No. People think that like a lot of social media is about like getting attention, and it's about me posting whatever the fuck I want, and I happen to have a lot of followers, so sorry. You really do care about your followers and subscribers. Yes, I try to reply to most people I can, or like I remember to. I try to actually like keep in touch with my followers and subscribers, because you guys are like, I am shocked every day. I tell my family all the time and my friends, like I'm so lucky that I have the girls who follow me, and there's some boys, but mostly girls. You guys, the stories you tell me, the hardships you go through, the kindness, like the advice you give me when I'm going through a hard time or when I need help with something, you guys are like, I feel like it's almost nice when you have millions and millions of followers. I feel like some YouTubers get lost in the number, whereas for me it's like I have a small enough following that like you guys are people to me, and you're like, I really care. I'm always humbled. I'm always in shock. Like I'm surprised that one person, let alone a few thousand of you, actually like sit down and watch me speak. Like that's crazy. I genuinely mean it. It's crazy to me. I don't do collabs with YouTubers. I don't get people to shout me out. I built this following based off of people who cared about my life, and that's actually insane that you guys still do and actually like care to follow me. Like that's still rad, and I get it. I mean, I'm the same with so many other influencers. Like I follow their life and I care and I message them and I watch their videos, but it's crazy that you guys, like that I'm one of those to you guys. Like that's just, it's crazy to me, and I really appreciate you guys more than you know, and I know everyone says that, but I mean it. You are part of the 20% of the population that is highly sensitive. I definitely am. Yes, you get a million thirsty guys DMing you. Every girl on Instagram does. My camera just stopped recording and I was talking to myself for like 5 minutes. Aw, this girl goes, not an assumption, but don't take the potential bad assumptions to heart, because girl, you're amazing. That's really, really nice. See, that's another example of why my followers are literally like my favorite people. I don't know when your B-day is, but you give me Gemini and Pisces vibes. I'm a Cancer, which makes sense because I'm emotional as titties. Sometimes you feel like you're not good enough. 100%. Having people look up to you is a pressure that is underrated. Like, I know a lot of you will be like, oh, poor you have people like looking up to you, but it's a lot of pressure. I get DMs saying that I'm their inspiration and their hero, and I'm like, why me? Like, I'm not, and then I feel like a bad person. I'm like, I'm not enough. Like, you don't look up to me. Like, I look up to you. Like, yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and I never signed up to be perfect. So when I get messages of people being like, well, you're not perfect, blah, 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 I'm like, I know. Bitch, you're telling me? Of course I fucking know I'm not perfect. Hello? You stopped social distancing since your cottage trip with friends. Nope. My friends, well, Ben and I were at the cottage for like a week and something, quarantining, and then my friend Rachel and her boyfriend Ethan, it was his birthday, so he came over on the dock, and I got a bunch of messages saying that I'm the spawn of Satan, and I was literally like, I've been doing so much social distancing, and so many people have been not social distancing, and people came on my dock 6 feet away from me, and I got shit on. And then I went to Ben's cottage, and there were also people there, and we just were outside. You like pineapple on your pizza? Fuck no. Have you always had your natural hair? Your natural hair. You inspire me to grow mine. When I modeled, they actually forced me to chop it off. I'll put in a photo, actually. It was like here. So I've been growing it out since. So that was like a few years ago. I just don't cut my hair. But yeah, I've always had naturally like straight, very blonde hair. Like this is my hair out of the shower. Love your lips. Thank you. Lip injections, question mark. I'm debating getting more. I do have lip injections. I don't know if I've talked about this on YouTube. I've definitely mentioned it in, like, if people comment on something and ask me if I have it, I reply yes. But yeah, I do have lip injections, and I think that's important for girls to know. I don't want girls thinking that, number one, they have to get lip injections and look a certain way, because you absolutely do not. Or number two, that, why don't my lips look full like that? Well, it's because I got lip injections. I'll put a picture of my lips before lip injections and after. They're pretty similar. I just got them to like even them out, make the upper one a little more full. When they look really, really big on photos, it's usually the angle or like Vaseline or lip gloss. But yeah, I do have lip injections and I love them. And if you don't like them or think they're like trashy, I quite literally don't care at all, because girls are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. A lot of questions about money. You're rich and Ben is rich. Both of our families are well off. How well? Don't know, don't care. Ben and I buy our own stuff. Of course, he'll treat me to dinners and get me a couple like nice things, and same vice versa. We're very even when it comes to money. I know, of course, he makes more than me, but we live separately. When we go on vacation, we split it, so it really doesn't matter our financial situation, because it really just doesn't affect our relationship at all. I want us to both make good money, of course, so we can afford the lifestyle that we want and we want to give our kids. I mean, at this age, who cares? Like, we're just chilling. He's literally the most humble, modest, wonderful human I've ever met. People give you a lot of shit from just looking. People give you a lot of shit just from looking that way and being outgoing. Okay, I don't know what you mean that way. Maybe like, I don't know if you're talking about like posting like provocative pictures or like pretty pictures. I guess being outgoing, yeah, I do get a lot of shit from people, but I've realized that like the people who actually like send hate on social media are like 13-year-old weirdos. If you're like over the age of 18 and like you're sending people hate, you just probably hate yourself. So like, I can't imagine going to a profile of someone I don't know, stalking them, and then giving them hate for something. It's like, okay, well, you're the one stalking me. Like, I don't know who you are. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, I just would never do that. I would be too embarrassed to do that. Okay, I'm gonna end it there because I've been filming for over 40 minutes and I don't want this video to be extremely excruciatingly long. I just deleted my story. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your assumption. I did as many as I could. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you learned a little bit about me. Don't take anything too seriously. Let me know if you like these types of videos. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.